here on a Sunday night in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico. Jamison Tyone kicks and deals, and his first pitch to Enrique Bradfield, the Baltimore Orioles organization, fouled away, and we are underway here at Huron Bithorn Stadium.
Struggle with his command out the gates. It's a different feel. You're in the month of March.
Bradfield bunt down. He can fly, and no chance to get him. Enrique Bradfield, and now the ball escapes out beyond first base, and Bradfield's going to take at least one more. That's what speed does, and Enrique Bradfield is in scoring position on the second pitch of the game.
Man, Tyler, let me put you in the shoes right here. If you're inside in that infield or on that mound, you've come off that rain delay. You're trying to just get settled in. Everything's a little damp around you, right? It's a little bit muggy. See, Abraham Toro just kind of, I was just saying he's flat-footed. Bradfield would have beat that easily, but a perfect bunt.
Tyon's 3-2 on the way, and that one is ball 4. Experience for him in the Classic this year representing Canada. We'll talk about that tonight. As the 0-2, Bernal right back to Tyone. What a great grab. Throws it to the first base side of the second base bag. You cannot field and execute a double play better as a pitcher. And 1-6-3, now 2 gone.
And that was huge. Look, it's the first inning. You're trying to get settled in. It's still a little bit of that spring training mode, whether you like it or not, right? Because you're so conditioned to be at this point in the season to kind of be, slowly getting ready. Now, Bernal's the 3-hole hitter. They had him try and lay a bunt down, got him to an 0-2 count. Alan Casey, the rookie, left field.
And there is the second walk of the inning. Is Tyone, he's not missing badly, but just missing the format. That's always possible. If there's expansion of the tournament or other things, as Sosa swings and misses, and Tyone battles out of it. Panama can't cash in. We'll go to the bottom of the first here in San Juan. 672 OPS, his second World Baseball Classic, and he bounces one out toward his counterpart. It shortens past the dive of Jose Caballero, and there's the first hit of the night for Canada.
You got to do a better job with 2 strikes if you're Berea, but here's a tough man on Lopez. We saw this last year in the big leagues. Tough man to strike out, pitch down and away. Doesn't try and do a whole lot. Just create some traffic. He can run.
And he lines one out toward right center. This one's headed for the alleyway. It'll split Ramos and Bradfield. No chance that there's going to be a play on Lopez, who is flying into home with the first run of the night. And Canada's up 1-0 in the bottom of the second on the double.
I'll tell you what, Abraham Toro, he can get streaky at times. You mentioned that time he got traded over to the Seattle Mariners. He tore it up right out of the gates. He's had them moments. April of last year with the Red Sox, he got a nice little run where he was doing this, just driving the gaps. We saw it yesterday where he was wearing that left field. This time getting the pitch middle in, pulling that ball into right, and Canada's on the board. As an angel. You gotta get yourself strike 1 first.
Oh, and Casey, first pitch swinging out into a shifted defensive look. Jose Caballero started that play, obviously on the third base side of the second base bag, but he makes that throw to first. That's a really nice adjustment out there to snare it off the bat of Casey. It will advance Toro, and now 2 gone.
And Casey, really aggressive. That's something, we'll go back and watch some of his clips. He's jumping over anything middle of the plate. Easy, Adrian.
So 2-way for Denzel Clark. And a tapper. Amaya springs to it, and that'll wrap up the bottom half of the second inning. But Abraham Toro's RBI double gets Canada on the board with a 1-0 lead through 2. Tyone, he wrote a terrific piece about Tyone's family history. Bernal serving one out into left field, and there is Panama's first hit of the day since that Enrique Bradfield leadoff single. Amont, one of everybody's favorite stories in this Classic, as the bouncer will turn into an out on the lead runner on that snapped bat for Sosa. Bernal retired. Sosa will replace him at first. And that looks like it's going to do it for Jamison Tyone, as Ernie Witt will make his way out to the mound. Bethancourt serves one the other way. O'Neal's going to have to play it on a bounce. And it is first and second with 2 gone for Panama, trying to build something here in the 4th.
I can see Bethancourt looking in that dugout, just trying to get something going for this Panamanian team. Remember, it was the 5th inning where they broke out against Puerto Rico, and they had Puerto Rico going back to last night on the ropes, Tyler. Man, it was, you talk about a party last night, it was stressful throughout that entire game.
4 runs for their first now 2 in nearly a half a game. But this one to right field is down for a base hit. Sosa rounds third. The ball gets past O'Neill, and rounding third, but holding there is Bethancourt. We're all tied up, and it's second and third with 2 gone. And Bethancourt is still down beyond the third base bag. And they're going to send Derek Diaz, the athletic trainer, out to look at him. And man, you hope this isn't anything serious for Christian Bethancourt. On the left side of your screen, yeah, just kind of an awkward stumble there.
Yeah. Slipped on the bag.
Oof. You can see that left foot awkwardly directly because of the rain, but obviously still a lot of moisture and humidity in the air. Bethancourt testing this thing out to see if he'll stay in this game. That's a veteran bat that you don't want to lose in this lineup. He's going to be thrown into a pressure cooker potentially here in San Juan, as that one is cut on and missed. Amaya is gone, and John stems the tide here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of 4 in a tie game. 1-0 from Berea. Naylor out towards center. That'll get down for a base hit. So a 2-out knock for Bo Naylor. That'll keep the inning alive for Owen Casey.
Yeah, you get 2 quick outs, and all of a sudden, you get Bo Naylor trying to sneak into a good count. Swing and miss.
1-1, and he punches this one to left center field and down for a base hit. Naylor around second. What a job by Bradfield to cut it off. Naylor will hold, and it's first and third for Canada, building something with 2 outs in the 4th.
Yeah, 2 quick outs. You think to yourself, I'm not going to pitch myself into the 5th inning here in round 1, which is very difficult to do. And then you serve up that with 2 strikes. Middle of the plate. I tell you what, Owen Casey, we talk about that 30-plus power. It's so easy for a young hitter to try and just go absolute pull mode, dead red, get that A swing off.
And he grabs one right side, that's through for a base hit. Denzel Clark delivers here in the 4th, and Canada's back on top 2-1.
I tell you what, this offense, man, it is so stacked. We've said it multiple times now, up and down the lineup. You had the 2-out base hit from Bo Naylor. Then you got to deal with Owen Casey. And then right on top of that, you got Denzel Clark. And that'll be it for Jaime Berea, who was so close to sneaking out of this 4th inning.
2 quick outs to start things in the 4th. 3-2, runners break, swing and a miss, and that will do it here in the 4th. But Canada has taken the lead back, and we go to the 5th. They're out in front 2-1. Here with a 3-0 count, and the base is empty. And O'Neill will take his 2nd straight walk. One BC guy trying to drive in another, and a bouncing ball right side. A race to the bag, and Young is able to beat it out. Bethancourt immediately points to the third base dugout. So Mayorga will hold up the hand. And we'll see if Panama challenges this. Take a listen to this hustle.
Yeah, you can see James Gonzalez kind of pirouetting on the mound, lefty falling off, but that ball backing up on him. Took a long time to pick up his pitcher and get the throw off with Young getting down the line. Look at Young bounce now at the box as well.
He tries to add to a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 5th. And he is drilled. And the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Time to get down that line. Ooh, that hair is right off the ankle.
Oh. 3-1 to Toro. Popped him up. Infield fly rule in effect as Caballero squeezes it and 2 gone. And man, that is a big, big out for James Gonzalez.
That is huge. You have a situation where you get that swing and miss from that changeup and that chase. So you try and make each pitch even better. You get into a 3-1 count with no one to put him. And it's
Cienfuegos deals. And Naylor on a liner out to short. And there on the other end is Jose Caballero. Canada threatens big but comes up empty. We go to the 6th. It's 2-1.
just a stellar career in the big leagues.
Neil Ward is Canada's top baseball player back in 2018. This one served up, a high drive deep into left, back on it Casey, warning track, and he pulls it in. 11 years in the big leagues, career 3.77 ERA, struck out over 1,000 batters, and a ground ball off the bat of Christian Betancourt. Not going to be a shot at 2. And a strong throw from Toro, and Naylor can't handle it. So it's first and second now on the error with 1 out.
Yeah, you saw that injury for James Paxton. He had a lot of those type of injuries. He had a comeback and come right back to him. Took him out of the game. A lot of arm injuries. But you see, this is usually one that Josh Naylor gloves with ease. And straight away I'm thinking to myself, oh man, really? Yeah, he's trying to reinvent himself.
Right side grounder, knocked down over there by Julien. He will keep it at least close enough to the infield that it prevents Ramos from scoring, and the bases are loaded with 2 gone. That keeps the lead for Canada.
And yeah, part of the deception with James Paxton was that way over the top, that tilt. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's had a few struggles here. So what were they going to drop his arm down? And they said, oh, I think he's throwing harder. Well, he comes out hitting 98s, 99s from a lower arm slot, just getting all kinds of swing and miss. And that's when his career really, really took off. You see?
Big Maple ready. Tejada ready. 3-2 and a flare back up the middle. That one is through the infield. Cut off. The throw is going to come to the plate where Paxton cuts it off, and now he throws it away. 2 are home. Panama's in the lead, and it's second and third with 2 gone.
Wow, Ruben Tejada coming in to pinch hit. 3-2, loaded bases. And make something happen.
What a chaotic play.
Right, and you see James Paxton again just kind of stunned, sees the ball coming at him. And so naturally, your instincts are like, I'm going to grab this ball because he's supposed to be backing up behind home plate. He'll be the first to tell you that too, but that ball's coming at you instinctively. He just tries to grab that and cut it off and make the relay. And I'm telling you right now, Panama are in business here. 3-2, made straight to home without Pax being caught in the middle.
2-1, tough play. Bradfield with the bunt. Everybody's safe, and another run's home. 80-grade speed can kill you in so many ways, and the second bunt single of the day for Enrique Bradfield brings home the 4th run of the night for Panama.
Yeah, you had 0 chance of making this play. And probably a routine out for guys who have about half.
As Panama has taken the lead, runner off, and a stolen base for Bradfield. 80-grade speed is pretty dang fun to watch. Scoring position tonight is in their first 15 such situations. 3-2. Caballero aiming for another one, sends it to left, but Owen Casey is there, and that will retire the side. 2 errors in the inning, 300 runs for Panama, and the lead to the visitors. Big Maple's 1-2 pitch, and a fly ball in the air to left. This one tracking away from Casey, and he'll play it on a hop. Sosa, big turnaround first. He'll hold there, and a 2-out single keeps the inning going for Panama.
They're cooking offensively.
And if he would have touched 50, he's out for the remainder of this opening round with 4 days of mandatory rest. So instead, he gives way to Adam Macko, and Macko, his first pitch, is swatted into left field by Christian Betancourt.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, look, Again, going back to what we talked to Ernie Wood about on that workout day, right? You do have those restrictions, Mako being one of them, with some of these affiliated guys. James Paxton is not with the team. So he's looking at that saying 49 pitches, heavy workload, but you know what? I need to stockpile the guys that I can actually lean on, that I don't have those restrictions, plus the fact that, you know, the pitch counts and everything else. There's some big matchups for Ernie Witt. He's going to need a full bullpen.
Runner breaking for third, and a great job over there by Abraham Toro to get his body in front of that skipping throw and keep it close. But on the wild pitch, two men now in scoring position.
And this is what we forecasted, right, with this Panamanian team. We talked about the defense. There's been a few mishaps, but being aggressive on the bases too. This is what they're going to need to do.
Here comes the 3-2. Called strike three. Big out for Canada to keep this thing at a 2-run margin. Paxton and Mako combined to strike out the side. It's stretch time in San Juan. And Panama leads Canada 4-2. Here at a WBC game, it is a good day or a good night. And it's been a good night to this point for Enrique Bradfield Jr., who's got a 3-hit night to go along with a pair of stolen bases, 2 bunt singles, a budding superstar in the Baltimore Orioles organization, just continuing the work he did in the Arizona Fall League last autumn, and he's on again with 2 outs here in the 8th.
Yeah, look, he's laid down the bunt a couple times tonight, but he can swing it. And Tyler, I've said this to you off air, especially a couple times. How do you not have him at the leadoff spot, kicking off this tournament? He wasn't at the top of the lineup in game 1.
Jose Caballero down the left field line. Watch Bradfield run. Already midway between second and third. He's going to get the wave home. Throw cut off by Lopez. Into the plate. Oh, my goodness. What a throw by Otto Lopez. And Bradfield is out at home. Wow. You will never see a better relay than that. And Canada keeps it in a 2-run game. 2 guys team up on your squad who just executed quite possibly the greatest relay I have ever seen in my life. Owen Casey to Otto Lopez with an absolute 10 out of 10 throw to cut down one of the fastest men in baseball at the plate, trying to extend this lead to 3 runs.
And you get this good view of this. Bradfield just seeming around. Remember, there's 2 outs, right? So he's just taken off regardless. He knows he's thinking nothing but, I'm going home. Well, and then he sees a ball in front of him, Bo Naylor laying the tag down. What a throw on the money.
The lead back at 2-1, but Panama turned it around with the 3 spot in the top of the 6th. Naylor shoots one into left center field, a base hit. There's the 1-0. And Casey drives it high and deep to center. Bradfield back, warning track, and that's over his head and off the wall. Naylor rounds third. Bo will score, and this is a 1-run game with Casey in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th.
Tyler, Owen Casey's been so aggressive. He's been jumping on mistakes. And I just said, Humberto Mejia, if you are going to challenge Owen Casey, you better be very confident knowing you can make those pitches. You've got to get him outside the strike zone. This ball was crushed. And again, in this ballpark, the way it plays, 400 feet later, and all of a sudden, Team Canada are in business.
Owen Casey winning a couple of crucial battles with Enrique Bradfield Jr. here in the 8th. And a visit to talk things over with Mejia. 2-2. And Black swings and misses. And Panama holds on to the lead going to the 9th. Canada adds 1 and draws within 1. Through 8, it's 4-3. Really fun one tonight. Especially if you're not stressing through the outcome of it. If you can just enjoy this, if you're not invested in Panama or Canada, it's probably a little bit more fun for you. And the strikeout of Bernal is out number 1 in the 9th.
That's 90 miles per hour at the top of the strike zone. Plays up though. Gets on you quick. And Matt Wilkinson with another epic nickname.
And Tugboat's got his second strikeout. He's a strikeout merchant. Why wouldn't he? And man, he is feeling himself.
Yeah, he is, man. He's fired up. He's pitching in. He's pitching up. He's got that conviction. And look, his ceiling, if you're going to project him and you look at his 6'0", and, you know, he's heavy, 270 pounds. He's listed. Look at him.
And the tapper, right side of the infield. Allen springs to it, and the throw to first is there and handled by Naylor. A nice job by Josh Naylor on the backside of that play, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. Top of the order for Canada, trying to rally on a Sunday night. It's times for Canada's large contingent here in San Juan. And the 3-1, Julien drives it high and deep out to left. Castillo back toward the corner, and he pulls it in on the warning track, one away. Julien gave it a ride, but it's an all-important leadoff out in the ninth.
Yeah, it really is. 3-1, got a pitch he could handle as well. Ooh.
Looming here with one gone in the ninth. And Naylor punches one to center field, and the tying run's on for Canada.
Man, he has been in that spot so many times, especially last year down the stretch with the Seattle Mariners. Big trade piece. His back's against the wall, gets a pitch he can handle. Just stays right at the middle, cool as a cucumber. And keep in mind, Tyler, you've got to watch him at first base if you...
Naylor's off. 2-2, swing and a miss, throw to second, not attempted, and Naylor is into scoring position with two gone.
That's a big strikeout right there. Obviously, Josh Naylor, the classic shuffle, and go. Just timed up Agrizol, but this is a big punch out. Challenging Tyler O'Neill. Fastball essentially down the middle, and strikes him out.
Young waits on the 1-2, on the way to him, and got him on a swing and miss. And no, that is a foul ball. Wow. Home plate umpire Nestor Ceja, you could tell that he thought he heard something and got the ball from Miguel Amaya to check it for a contact mark. Man, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to see right here, but he was pretty convicted the fact he thought he heard something. A foul tip. He's got the best vantage point out of anyone.
2-2. And Young doesn't get a piece of that one, and Panama is into the winner's circle for the first time in 2026.
And Tyler, what a rebound from last night. Heartbreaking loss in that 10th inning, getting walked off from Puerto Rico. You have to come back, take a breath, and just do the little things, and that's exactly what they did here against this tough Canadian team.
What a bounce-back performance for Panama. An agonizing defeat last night. A lengthy battle tonight. And after 3 hours and 41 minutes, not including the hour rain delay from the originally scheduled start time, this game is in the books, and Panama is still alive in Pool A. Look at Miguel Amaya.
Man, hanging by a thread too. Agrizol, he's not your closer by any means, not someone who's going to come in and just blow the doors off you, but what a huge punch out. He had to do it twice, got that foul tip, had to come back, same pitch, changeup. We got a huge emotional strike three. But man, you talk about jumping all over some of the mishaps from this Team Canada. The 3 of those runs unearned in that 6th inning. Doing the little things. We talked about Panama. The biggest weapon is going to be using that speed, using some of that